Hi everyone. Now, I had a few questions there recently because I put a photograph of this up, this card. So basically what this is a selection of classic or sort of traditionally tied or so these are wet flies to be fished in mainly the lochs, how lochs are UK, especially here in Scotland and Ireland. These are, I mean these or any brown trout, anywhere these type of flies would work. Now, these are basic fly patterns. For instance, up the top we've got the black pennel, a fly called the red arrow. We've got Colonel Downman, Morani pig. These are local pattern type. Blue Zulu, Bibios, Bumbles, Soldier Palmer, it's a muddler version there. Cocky Bendy, Marlin Claret, Greenwolves, Cock Robin. We'll keep going. Grouse and Hare's Ear, Grouse and Claret, which are a good fly. McLeod's Olive, Keehee, Blue, and this is a Teal Blue and Silver. So that's just a small selection of the classic style or traditional wet flies that we'd use in the lochs. And as I say, you can fish them practically anywhere, though they are very popular where I am, and still used, and they've been used for many years. So anyway, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be tying a teal and green. Now I did get asked about the teal blue and silver, what wing. Now teal was, I'll give you an idea, I'm going to show you this. I bought loose feathers, like a pack of loose feathers. And you can see I haven't been through them all. And in this pack, like this was off eBay, it was just a pile of feathers from a gamekeeper probably. And he's just plucked the birds and you get a right mix. Now in there you'll get lots of feathers. You'll get small, not well marked, you'll get well marked feathers, you'll get all different sizes. Like for instance this one here, this is a lovely well marked feather. You could use it in a wing. If I was using it as a wing, I would just roll it together, basically tie it on. Just roll it like this, back and forward in your final thumb, tie it like that. And it gives a great impression of the wing. It's got a nice black and white mottled effect. Yeah, it's very good. Obviously, teal blue and silver is a very good fry pattern, so this is what it'll give the impression of the back of the small pin fry, as if it was a small fly, obviously. Teal blue and silver, or if you go to the meadows and fly. But you could use it for that. But a feather like this, it's got a nice thin stem. So I would probably use that for hackle of a spay fly. I've got one here. I have actually. There's a spay fly. So there's the hackle there. So I would use it on this here. So that's the type of feather. So I would select them for that. And then there's what they call, basically these feathers. I'm going to show you these feathers. And in this pack it was actually more one-sided feather. I mean I had more lefts than say rights. But anyway, I've kind of went through them, tried to sort of tidy them up a wee bit because they were a bit twisted as well. So I just give them a quick wash and dry. And I've got a right and a left there, which is, again, they make a great wing. Now these come from the shoulders. I call them spears because of the shape, but that's the old name for them, I think. Now I keep these mainly for tying classic salmon flies because I bet they're long and they marry really well. So if you can marry these to, you can see the length, they're really long. So they're ideal for that type of thing. And the further up I go, I keep the tips, these up the top. I still use them for wings, depending how good they are. But I use them in tails, so I'm mixing tails and classic salmon flies. So, but as I say, they do make a great wing. Then if you want a nice colour, you've got lots of these, then use them for whatever you like. So anyway, then in there as well, you'll get crazy colours. You'll get mixed colours. I mean, it's up to your own imagination what you want to tie with them. This is quite a dark feather. I've selected the right and the left. I don't know if you can see that. Very good for tying. Well, it's a very soft fibre. This it's nice on this fly. I like it a dark feather in this fly, the teal and green. And so I'm going to be using it for tying the wing. Now you don't get a perfect wing, but you get a great impression. So as I say, you just look through them and you'll get some nice feathers. There's some more nice ones. And again, there's another one of the feathers I'm using just now. I say, you just got to work through them. Here's more of the shoulder feathers, but they're a bit twisted. So you can see how they're twisted there. Sometimes all you have to do, I mean, you could add a wee bit of heat. Steam usually perfect for it. And these are ideal for doing, as I say, you can tie a classic. It's quite dark, that wing though. But you keep these for something else. You can mix them, blend them. And so, it's, as I say, you don't have to follow all the rule books. Here's a right wheeled feather. I mean, this is another type of feather you'll get. I'm not sure what you'd use it for, but it's a nice black fibre. Again, you could blend it, you could do something with it. But anyway, we'll tie the teal and green. So we'll zoom in. And there's quite a few versions of the teal and green, so I'm tying the one I like. Now, thread, I'm going to be using the black thread because it's quite a darkish fly, the colour I'm using and tying. Hook choice, again, it's up to yourself. This is a size 12, it's an all-purpose medium. And the sizes I've been tying there, 12s and 14s, which are good sizes for the logs. Now, wax your thread. So I've waxed it, run my thread down, just going to remove the waste. Take it to the base of the bend, as it starts to bend round or in line with the barb. Now I should have a tippet feather, there we are, just got a golden pheasant tippet. I'm just going to get some fibres for the tail. So all I do is hold the tip of the feather like that. Just come in with the scissors, trim, keep a hold of these for my tail, and come over with a turn. Lengthwise, quite a long black tip on this one. What I like to see the mark. Some like to see both bars in the tail. It's up to yourself. I've never been fussy. Just going to pull it in a wee bit. See what it's like. That's better. Trim along. Just trim the length of the body, just to balance things. Now I've got a silver tinsel. This is a small. Just going to quickly run it up. Basically the tidying things. Now the green and the teal and green, now you can tie it to lots of greens, you could make even olives, you can do what you like. Now what I'm actually going to do, I've got an inset green. Just going to take a small pinch of that. I've got some, this is seals fur, I've got black, same again, 50-50 of it. And I'm just going to blend it within my fingers. Gives it a kind of, well, black green or a sooty. It's not that dark, though. It gives you that darkness. Just lightly dab it onto your thread. That first turn is basically your anchor point, and then you can tighten to that point. And you just wind up as you want it, as thin or as thick as you like. Just work your way up. See where we are. Give yourself a good couple of mil at the head area. You can have it quite loose, kind of like this, which is I like. And then we rub the body. Traditionally it was always round about, if you've got the right thickness of tinsel, 5 turns should be perfect. So if it's too thick, you're only going to get 4. If you want that, some are like that. I can bend a breakaway there, or I'm just going to use the inside of my scissors just to trim away the tinsel. Tidy that area up. You can wax now. I'm just going to be a quick look at the body. Roll it with my fingers. Any super long fibre, you can take it away. Now I'm going to use a natural black. This is a natural black hen. Now you'll find in a natural black, it's quite grey like. And the grey, it's more grey than black, to be honest with you, not jet black. So I'm going to use that for the hackle. So I'm going to tighten at the tip. Trim it. Wax my thread. I think I did wax it, but I'll wax it again. Make sure it's secure. Take my fingers out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Now, lengthwise, it's up to yourself. It's basically, I like it quite longish, I don't like it too short. And then you just fold the fibre back as you wind and do one turn in front of the other. It's quite a thin stem on this, which is basically perfect. Take my thread out of the way. To get enough hackle, and that depends, the number of turns depends on how good the hackle is as well. If they're quite a thick fibre, it's less turns. And this one, I prefer this, I'll need mainly the whole hackle. Trim away, tidy that area up. Now you can bring down these fibres either side, just do a kind of right and left, twist your fingers down either side, it just drops the hackle. Or you can keep it up, it's up to yourself. Now I've got my selected feathers here, so I'm just going to bring out enough for the wing. So it's not going to be as wide as that. Once you tie it in, it'll reduce a wee bit. Here's another feather, here we are. Tear it off. So I've got my right and my left here. It's important to get the back of the fibre straight as much as it is the front at times, so if you're tying, especially spay flies, I like to do that. Now the length of the wing, just make sure the tips are together. Just get the length just to the back of the hook. Fold that to kind of form like a tent-like wing. Do a pinch and loop. So a pinch and loop is to take the thread up into your fingers, pinch it, and then allow that loop to come through your fingers, keeping them reasonably tight. Do the same again. 2 or 3 turns. See what it's like. Now you can always go back. But with these feathers, as you see, it's came together. That's fine. Happy enough with that. Trim away. Now I like to take my thread to the eye and work from the eye up, tying in these cut ends. It's much easier to build a step of thread and come up from the front and then secure it in. That looks fine. Now you can put jungle cock on this, but you don't need to. I've just been doing it with these flies. I've just been using up the broken eyes I have. Try and find one or two. I've got to lift the cape out. There's always a pile of split feathers. For instance, there's one there. Just to show you, there's one. You see there's a split at the top, even though it's quite a good eye, that I encourage the split just by pulling it down into the feather. Take away these fibres. You don't want these fibres to be in the wing. So we've got my right and my left in this case. Just come from the top and force them down either side of the head. I usually like tying on the black area because it gives you a good grip. The eyes can be in line with the body, or it can be up in the wing. It's entirely up to you. So it's in line with the body here, so I'm going to come back. Just basically angle it up if you want it into the wing. Just wants to sit kind of flat on this side, that you can mess about, get it to sit right. That's a wee bit better. Now, this does cause bulk in the head of your fly, folding it back. So, but the thing is, if you fold it back, your jungle cock will never pull out. So, if you fold it back, whip finish, just secure or tidy that area up first, and then whip finish. For some reason the thread wants to split. Anyway, we've sorted it. Trim that away. Now you'll get a neater cut if you can break this off. You can twist it. Just be patient with it. If it doesn't want to break, there we go, it starts to go. So it's quite a strong feather, so it's a good sign. So if I come in with the scissors, edge of the scissors, trim it, and there we go. Let's bring the wing back out. There you go, that's it. And then, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, that's a nice wing. I mean, that's, and for fishing wise, that's what I like to see. And then I'm just going to touch the head round with some varnish. Just take your time. If you can rotate your vise, this makes it easier. It's hard for me to see the way the light's set up here, but there we are. So you get a better view of the fly. And there we go, teal and green. It's kind of darker side. You can make it much lighter, but that's a nice colour blend. It's a nice fly. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, a bit of talking about feathers, but as I say, teal feathers, it's your experience when you're working with these feathers. How to manipulate them to get a decent wing. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and again, thanks for watching.